Hello, welcome, and a quick welcome back to our podcast. Today's story comes straight out of the Ivy League, and it's a heavy one. It's about a senior Harvard society, the Hasty Pudding Institute, and whether it should still be holding a table for a man named Jeffrey Epstein. In March 2014, a black tie gala in New York City played the soundtrack to that question. Celebrities, Broadway legends, and a handful of wealthy donors gathered to celebrate the Institute's 250-year history. The big moment, of course, was when the host, Andrew Farkas, a billionaire and member of the Hasty Pudding, stepped up with a speech that carried one special invitation: a table for Jeffrey Epstein. The man had been convicted 6 years earlier as a sex offender, but he still had deep pockets. While Epstein didn't appear in person, he arranged for a group of women in evening gowns to stand where he would have sat, according to emails released by the Justice Department. Underscoring the connection, Farkas and Epstein had been close friends for decades. That friendship gave Epstein access to Harvard despite the university pulling the plug on his donations in 2008. The Institute is an independent, invitation-only club that includes theater ensembles, an a cappella group, and a theater troupe. Membership is limited to about 150 people, and members such as 5 presidents and Hollywood icons have walked its boards. In spite of that, Harvard itself had no authority over the Hasty Pudding, so Epstein's philanthropy reached it through Farkas. Between 2013 and 2019, Farkas personally solicited at least $375,000 from Epstein for the Institute, despite Harvard's ban. That fact has sparked outrage. People are asking, should Epstein's close associates face the consequences of keeping the blood of his criminality in a prestigious academic circle? Critics argue that letting Epstein remain a patron, even behind a diplomatic touch of a table, was a stain on the university's reputation and a sign that accountability was sacrificed for money and influence. On the other hand, the Hasty Pudding's board, made up of alumni volunteers, operates independently and has no legal obligation to release. We're left debating whether philanthropic contributions and friendships held after criminal convictions can ever be cleaned from a storied organization. The echo of the conversation has reached the broader conversation about accountability. To what extent do we punish those who stay close to people with known histories of sexual abuse? And what, if any, role does a university's alumni network have in policing the lingering ties to a convicted sex offender? In the end, the story isn't only about Epstein or even the Hasty Pudding. It's about the culture of privilege that can shield people who have done harm, and the price we're willing to pay to keep that privilege out of touch when it's clear that the harm continues. Until we settle that question, the debate will remain a nail in the fringe of Harvard, and a topic for social conscience to keep pushing. Thanks for listening, and see you next time as we bring you more critical stories that matter to our community.